Season 1 of Invincible introduces Nolan Grayson, better known as Omni-Man, an immensely powerful and highly respected superhero. His teenage son, Mark, begins developing his own abilities, prompting Nolan to train him in their use. As a gift, he provides Mark with his first superhero suit, crafted by his friend and tailor, Art Rosenbaum. With his new suit and emerging powers, Mark adopts the superhero alias Invincible. However, Nolan harbors a dark secret. In a brutal display of power, he murders the legendary superhero team, the Guardians of the Globe. Their deaths prompt the clandestine Global Defense Agency, GDA, and its leader, Cecil Stedman, to launch an investigation into the identity of the perpetrator. Cecil assigns demon detective Damien Darkblood to uncover the truth. When Damien discovers Nolan's role in the massacre and demands immediate action, Cecil banishes him back to Hell. With the Guardians gone, Earth requires a new superhero team, prompting Cecil and the GDA to promote members of the teen team to form the new Guardians of Earth. The new team consists of Black Samson, Monster Girl, Duplicate, Shrinking Ray, Rexplode, and their new leader, Robot, who is secretly controlled by the ailing human Rudy Connors. Mark joins the new Guardians on various missions, leading to fellow superhero Adam Eve, developing romantic feelings for him. Despite Eve's affections, Mark turns her down, as he has long harbored a crush on his classmate Amber. Their relationship ends when Amber discovers Mark's secret identity, but feels betrayed that he never confided in her. Meanwhile, Nolan's wife, Debbie, uncovers the shocking truth that her husband is responsible for the Guardians' deaths. Seeking guidance, she turns to Art, and both are devastated by the revelation. Debbie then approaches Cecil, who confirms that stopping Nolan has become his personal mission. He believes that Mark may be the only one capable of defeating Omni-Man. Meanwhile, Robot enlists the help of the villainous Mauler twins to create a new body for himself, allowing him to escape his deteriorating original form. After his transformation, the Maulers turn on him, leading to the resurrection of the Immortal, the former leader of the Guardians of the Globe. The Immortal, however, seeks revenge on his true enemy, Omni-Man. He attacks Nolan only to be killed once again. Following this, Nolan reveals his true origins to Mark. He is a Viltrumite, a member of a ruthless alien race sent to Earth to prepare it for invasion. Nolan urges Mark to join his cause, but Mark refuses, leading to an earth-shattering battle between father and son. Their fight devastates Chicago, resulting in thousands of casualties. However, Mark's plea for his father's humanity rekindles a sliver of love in Nolan, prompting him to abandon Earth. In the aftermath, Mark and Amber reconcile, while Cecil works to cover up Nolan's crimes, protecting the Grayson family from scrutiny. He also enlists mad scientist D.A. Sinclair to build an army of mechanical reanimen to prepare Earth for future Viltrumite threats. As the season ends, Mark is visited by his friend Alan the Alien, a soldier of the Coalition of Planets who warns that the Viltrumites will return to finish what Nolan started. In Season 2, Mark continues his life as Invincible, but struggles emotionally with the weight of his father's villainous actions. His growing responsibilities as a superhero strain his relationship with Amber, leading to their breakup. Meanwhile, Cecil revives the Immortal once again and reinstates him as the leader of the Guardians of the Globe. The team gains new members, including Bulletproof and Shapesmith. During a mission in space, the Guardians discover that Shapesmith is actually a Martian who has assumed the identity of a human astronaut named Russ Livingston. Overcome with guilt, Shapesmith helps the Guardians rescue the real Russ. However, upon his return to Earth, Russ unknowingly carries an alien parasite known as the Saquid, which plans to conquer the planet. During a confrontation with the villainous Lizard League, Duplicate is tragically killed, while Rexplode and Shrinking Ray are critically injured. The team mourns Duplicate's death, with Immortal taking it the hardest due to their deepening relationship. Meanwhile, Robot, having once saved his own body, vows to find a way to reverse Monster Girl's de-aging curse. Adam Eve uses her powers to create structures for the city's betterment, but when her creations fail, she loses confidence. At her lowest point, Mark encourages her to continue helping others, reigniting her romantic feelings for him. Elsewhere, Cecil rebuilds his fallen assistant Donald as an android, erasing his memories of his past life. However, as Donald's memories return, he struggles to accept his new existence. Eventually, he finds peace and helps Rick, Mark's best friend's boyfriend, recover from his own trauma of being turned into a Reaniman by Sinclair. Meanwhile, Alan the alien convinces the coalition of planets that Mark is an ally, not an enemy. However, Alan is soon attacked by Viltrumites. The coalition's leader, Thetis, secretly a former Viltrumite, saves Alan and prepares him for the war ahead. Mark is then approached by an alien from Thraxa, pleading for help. Upon arrival, he is shocked to find that Nolan has been living there as its ruler. After leaving Earth, Nolan wandered the galaxy in despair before saving a Thraxan ship. The grateful Thraxans crowned him their leader, and he has since married a Thraxan woman, Andressa, who gave birth to his son, Oliver. Andressa assures Mark that Nolan is consumed by guilt and still loves him. When the Viltrumites attack Thraxa, Mark and Nolan fight together to protect it. Despite their victory, Nolan is captured by the Viltrumites and sentenced to execution. Mark is forced to return to Earth with the responsibility of preparing it for an impending Viltrumite invasion. Meanwhile, due to the rapid aging of Thraxans, Andressa dies, leaving young Oliver in Mark's care. Debbie takes in Oliver, determined to raise her former husband's child. Art Rosenbaum gives Mark several books written by Nolan, which he believes may hold the key to defeating the Viltrumites. Mark entrusts the books to Alan, but before he can deliver them to the Coalition, he is captured by Viltrumites. Meanwhile, in an alternate universe, a version of Invincible allies with Omni-Man to facilitate the Viltrumite invasion. The scientist Angstrom Levy, a survivor of that world's destruction, arrives in Mark's reality. He teams up with the Mauler twins to build a device, allowing him to absorb knowledge from alternate versions of himself to prevent similar disasters. Cecil, learning of the Maulers' plans, sends Mark to intervene. A brutal fight ensues, resulting in the device's explosion. One of the Maulers is killed and Angstrom is left horrifically scarred. The failed experiment floods Angstrom's mind with memories of evil versions of Invincible, driving him mad and vengeful. Angstrom kidnaps Debbie and Oliver, forcing Mark into a final battle. Trapped in an alternate dimension, Mark fights Angstrom in a savage confrontation, ultimately killing him in a fit of uncontrollable rage. Though he saves his family, Mark is horrified by the extent of his own violence. A future version of the Guardians arrives to bring Mark home, where future Adam Eve confesses her love for him. Back in his timeline, Cecil reassures Mark that no matter how violent he becomes, he is nothing like his father. As the season concludes, Mark seeks solace in Eve, but keeps secret his encounter with her future self. Immortal discovers that Duplicate faked her death to retire in peace, while Alan is imprisoned alongside Nolan, who finally admits his regrets and his enduring love for Debbie.